So welcome back to the Elite Series. It's week 3. Our second match of the day featured Method versus Team Prophecy. Team Prophecy hoping to keep it 3 wins, but Method were hoping to get their first win of the tournament, and they managed it. The game finished 3-1 to Method, and a man who I'd like to coin the phrase, many people say, there's method to the madness. I'm going to say there's Mognus to the madness, because he was absolutely unreal, the amount of goals he was scoring. So as you can see there is the matches so far, 2 to go. And we're joined by Mognus right now. How do you feel after a win like that and a performance like you put in?
Feeling more comfortable on the stage, and so it gave me more experience. So that's how it helped me.
Beautiful. Well, listen, last week it was a very, very close game against Team Infused. Yeah. You felt like you could have done more in that match, but you certainly put it into practice today in the tournament. You got that win, and it was very convincing. Yeah,
we noticed that we had some mistakes after our RLCS results, so last week we tried to solve them. Of course, with our main player a lot, but it worked out with Flame also.
Yeah, and Flame getting in the last match, the last series, he managed to get a little goal out of the fourth one. What did you think of the contribution from the whole team as a whole, Shogun?
I was actually very impressed. Obviously, the duo, you and Metanaris, we always know that's going to perform. It's a beauty to see, because there's a lot of inconsistent players out there. We see from you guys that we always know that you're going to perform at least for the very first half of the series. Yeah. For you guys, though, you've now seen you guys come into this week 0-2. You played with your sub-team during the first week, and then last week you had to take on Infused. However, how big was this win for you guys?
Well, it was pretty huge, since Prophecy is also like 2-0, and I would say they're top 3 material with us and Infused. So it was a huge win. 6
goals, 4 assists, 3 saves. Very good performance from yourself, Magnus. Can we see a better performance from you in any way, or
Definitely.
Do you think that's... Definitely.
That's the most Rocket League player response ever. No Rocket League player is ever happy with their performance. They all just go, I did this one thing wrong, and I could probably do it better next time. It's like, no one ever gives themselves credit at this level.
Well, it was rocking in the arena, and Ariel is right now with some of the fans that were enjoying that incredible performance from Method and Prophecy.
Yes, not just enjoying, loving it. These are the #1 Rocket League fans here. They've been extremely rowdy and very excitable. And how are we all feeling after that performance from Method and Prophecy? Who wants to speak first?
I'll go first. Well, I'm disappointed being a Prophecy fan, so I was hoping for a better result from them. But it's been great Rocket League so far, so it's been great to watch, like great to be with everyone in person and celebrating this stuff. Yeah, shout very loudly.
Yeah, you guys are very vocal. I mean, I know that Prophecy lost, but someone did tell me that you are a Flarky fan, and I might have just got his winning crown. Oh! So you guys, some of you all play Rocket League, that's right, yeah? So could you be future stars of our Rocket League series?
Well, I mean, we've been streaming and doing YouTube stuff, trying our best to get into the community as best as we can. But I don't know about versing the big boys up on stage. You know, these guys are crazy. They do some mad plays, and it's kind of hard to stay on their level. You know.
So who do we think is going to win the entire series?
Infused. I'm rooting for Infused. My boy.
Is that because of Doomsy, or are you just loving Infused as a collective?
As a collective, I think they're very good. They have the...
Doomsy's got that charm. Everyone just loves him.
Yeah, he's definitely got his own charm.
Wait, whoa. No.
Oh, we're getting some arguments here. You were just saying something. Who are you rooting for?
You can't hate Doomsy. You always root for Doomsy, so that's just Infused for me automatically, so...
Anyone else got anyone else who think who might win the entire series other than Infused?
Yeah, I've still got my money on Prophecy. I still think they can push out and really challenge Infused at the top spot, especially with Flarky putting on his performances, and the tiara is obviously the gem. It's the gem.
I'm loving it. It's a look. You're working it. Well, I'm going to go back to you, Tom. I think the casters might have some competition in their hands, as these guys are obviously very vocal about their support for Rocket League.
They are indeed. Thank you very much, Ariel. Lovely support. Those boys wanting to potentially come to this level at the Gfinity arena. But anyway, Gregan, you're on the panel. Lovely to have you here. I suppose that hat really did play into Metz's hands. He wore the hat that he normally likes to stream on and performed in a LAN, finally.
I think it's the confidence. They came out this week and they were discussing after last week's performance, saying we just didn't feel happy in a LAN environment. And it's so vital to go up on stage, be in your natural environment, and perhaps that hat just brought him back into his living room or wherever he plays and streams, and he just thought, I'm comfortable right now, and he played so well.
Brilliant. Well, listen, Cole, we are looking ahead towards the match 3 in week 3, the 3-3. You've got Reason Gaming versus Team Envyus. Envyus absolutely obliterated in the nicest possible way endpoint last week, and Reason looking for their first win. What are the key factors to look out for in this game today?
I would say the Reason have to start with confidence and think we can win this game, we can beat Team Envyus. They're going to know they're up against it. They're going to know they're up against 3 fantastic players in Mount, Waffle and Friss, and they're going to know that it's difficult to score against them, which we saw last week in the Envyus game. But anything is possible, and they can do this, but they have to believe it.
Yeah, I mean, look at that team, Friss, Moot and Waffle. Waffle was so good last week.
Yeah, it was
definitely an MVP, almost, Waffle. Really.
Yeah, you got MVP of the week, in fact. Him and the crossbar saved absolutely everything.
Yeah.
And that's a great sign coming in as a new player. If you can rotate back into defense well, then you can play in any team. And considering he came in fresh that week, Mount and Frizz, obviously very established players in the community, we were throwing questions at Waffle. He stepped up hugely, and I'll be excited to see him again this week.
It sounds like a delicious, delightful Mount Friss waffle. Like, do you know what I mean? It's got that beautiful taste. You love waffle, but what is this Moot Friss that comes with it? Let's look at the stats of Waffle there. 2 goals, 1 assist, and 5 saves. That was the important part for him in his performance, those 5 saves.
Yeah, and he's one of the youngest players here. That's something to talk about. Being on stage when you're 16, everyone at home, if you're not 16 yet, obviously if you're younger, it's going to be hard to do this. Imagine back to when you were 16 and what you were doing. You're probably just sitting at school or doing homework on the weekend, and he's going up to play for money in a competitive video game.
It's incredible, really, really is. And some of the highlights of that game, Team Envyus, I mean, Endpoint didn't manage to score. Still a very good side, just tweaking sort of things at the moment really in their play, but Team Envyus were just dominant. It was very one-sided.
Yeah, and Mount and Waffle together are the scary defensive duo. Mount is known in the community for being the kind of player you can play with in any setting because he just finds the right places, defends well, dissolves pressure really well, and then Waffle also can do that. So I'm going to be looking at Frizz this week because they weren't creating many goals. It was normally counterattacks after strong defense. So I'll be looking at Frizz to bring his offensive prowess into the game.
And obviously, you look at Reason. I mean, they've brought in Rix Monday.
Rix Ronde.
Ronde?
Yeah.
So,
what?
So it's Rix Ronde.
Okay.
His name is the same as his username.
Perfect. Well, someone said to me Monday, and I was like, well, listen, you get that Monday feeling. Maybe he's bringing it to Envyus today. And also, you've got Frag, and you've got Epic Solutions as well. Epic Solutions got the best hair in this competition, hands down. I don't care who you are. I totally enjoy it. What can Reason do then today to win this?
Well, as I mentioned, they have to remain confident. We'll see what play style they use against Team Envyus. They know that Envyus, as I said, are difficult to score against. We'll see whether they try to pick their moments and shoot when they feel they can score, or if they're just going to try and put a barrage upon them and try and break through. I don't know which one that's going to be.
OK, well, I'll get your predictions in a bit. Let's welcome the players to the stage, this glorious Gfinity arena. For Reason, we have Frag, Epic Solutions, and Rix Ronde. And for Envyus, we have Moot, Waffle, and Friss. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here they come!
Reason and Envyus, we come to our third match of the day, and how are we all feeling? What's the vibe in the room backstage?
Oh, it's very good. They're comfy in the backpack. They know it's going to happen.
You know what's going to happen. What is going to happen?
3 points today.
Oh, I like it. This is the kind of talk I've been looking for. So they reckon they're going to get 3 points. What about you guys?
That we are going to get the 3 points.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about!
Why? Tell me why.
Well, we clean sweeped Endpoint last week, and we have been, I think, they're kind of the same level as there.
Ooh. Ooh. I mean, you talked about this clean sweep last week. That was down to a certain team member. Waffle, not only just a certain team member, the youngest player we have here, and you came through last week and totally shocked us all. You were amazing. Are we thinking we're going to get another wall of Waffle again this week?
Hopefully. I'm going to try my best.
Yes. What happens? Did you just go in with a defense, or are you thinking maybe you want to score a bit more this week?
I'm going to go for some more opportunities in the attack, but definitely I'm still going to be in the defense here.
well, you've got some fans in the audience. I'm saying, I love waffle. I'm hoping they're talking about you and not the food. Right, guys, you need to go and get yourself ready. Go and head up there, get to your chairs, your winning chairs, as we are ready to play. Back to you, Tom.
Thank you very much, Ariel. You're just there. You're just over my shoulder. I could say hello to you at any point. Listen, the wall of waffle, you expect the waffles to be from Belgium. That man is from Denmark, the Danish Dynamite. It's going to be an exciting game. I want to get your predictions on it right now.
I think 3-0 to Envyus.
Wow.
Yep.
That's a confident...
Yeah.
To be honest, I would go similar. I reckon that Reason might be able to pull through the game here. I do want to bring attention quickly to Rick's Ronde, though. He's good friends with Lunation and Niels Cook, who are on Excel. And he was actually picked up by them for RLCS last season for his comedic value.
OK, well, all right, so break that down. How is that going to help a team?
He was their sub. He's in their group chats.
Yeah.
He just kind of makes them feel a little bit more comfortable. So hopefully, him coming in, he's actually also a very good player. We should also mention that. But with Frag and Epic Solutions, perhaps they'll feel comfortable on stage. Envyus take it very seriously, but it works out for them.
OK, well, gentlemen, I am going to look forward to watching this matchup with you. The guys over there are ready to cast. Oh, yes, Stumpy and Shogun. What is going on over in your little area?
Well, I was actually really hyped for this, and then I just sort of got kneecapped from it right there by Tom. But, yep, we are over here. Stumpy, getting ready to cast.
I know, first
I get to be the first person to cast with you while standing up.
I know, unfortunately. Look,
not even a box.
You've not even been graced with a box today. I'll tiptoe as well.
Don't you dare tiptoe.
Okay,
no,
okay.
none of that.
Crouch.
But yeah, what we've got right here, Reason Gaming versus Envyus. Reason Gaming still chasing their very first win of League players. You can see them setting up right there.
Amazing hair.
Amazing hair. It's absolutely gorgeous. But important thing to note here, Rick's Ronde, their new player coming in, and boy, did he sound confident.
I know, he was right on that. I mean, we wanted Smack Talk from the start, and we have got both teams Smack Talking each other. I think they're friends anyway. That seems to be how it is sort of in this little community. They're good friends. So, I mean, if anyone's going to smack talk each other, it's best to be those two teams.
Absolutely is. And you can see things like that, and obviously we can just put it down as smack talk, but it is very important. We see a lot of players during their opening weeks being very, very nervous. But if you've got a player around that is happy to be very loud, be very boisterous, not boisterous. Boisterous.
Very boisterous.
Then that's going to be something very useful in terms of keeping team morale up. On the other side, though, currently taking a look at Envyus, a team that really needs a win here as the race for top 4 is going to start heating up.
Absolutely. I mean, they missed week 1, like was mentioned last week. They missed that, so unfortunately that was an immediate 0 points for them. Then last week managed to 3-0 endpoint. No points rather for endpoint, so absolutely blew them out the water. I reckon this week they're going to probably do the exact same. I think they said they're incredibly confident. They were saying they feel like Reason are about the same level as endpoint. So if they're feeling that confident with it, then I mean, who's to disagree?
And here's going to be the important thing as well. A Prophecy just lost that last series against Method. This is going to be an opportunity not only for them to start pushing up towards those potential top 4 positions, very important in terms of getting into the semi-finals, but it's also the opportunity for an easier semi-final match if you can get that 3rd place. Remember, these teams only play against each other once throughout the league, so every game is so, so important, especially in these sort of matches where you really could be a couple of points away from the team you're currently playing right now at the end of the season.
Absolutely. I mean, Reason at the moment are currently bottom of the table, if I'm not mistaken. They're going to have quite a task here going against Envyus. I mean, we've seen Mount, he's played in several lands beforehand. He's played in the Insomnia lands. He's obviously played here the last couple of weeks. He's nice and prepared for it. We've got Freese. I believe he's been doing the exact same thing.
Yep.
And then we've got Waffle. I mean, he's defensive. He's a defensive guy. He's going to want to try and sit back. He's going to want to try and take on as much of the Reason shots as possible and just sort of send them up the field, see if he can get the big clears, see if he can then send them over towards the other 2 teammates. And if they can sort of get a wonder read, get an incredible angle on it, I think they're pretty likely to do that.
And Reason currently sitting in a very awkward position for themselves. They must win this week. However, there is enough time. They have gone 0-2 to start us up, but so did another team. Their name was Failure to Launch quite a while ago during the RLC Pro League.
That's a hell of a throwback.
But they started off really poorly in roughly the same sort of conditions. They went 0-3 to open up their season, and then they managed to make it in to the top 4. But you don't want to put yourself in a position where you literally have to win every single game to finish off,
It's a lot of
especially
pressure.
when they have got big games coming up. I believe they've still got Method to go through. There are huge, huge teams on the horizon, so this is a must-win.
Absolutely. I mean, like you say, if they're facing Envyus now, trying to get this win off them, incredibly important win for them. If they can do it, then that is going to absolutely elevate them straight up to the top of their spirits. And you see here, Freeze and Waffle immediately going on the offensive. Frag going towards the opposition's net, getting more Envyus players throwing themselves at the ball.
And the player we really want to look around here at, Rix Ronde, very loud during the interview with Ariel. Now will he be loud on the field and make as many opportunities for his team as possible? He is the newbie on this team, and he will be the one with the most questions to answer.
That's a good little touch there, double touch off the corner. It's a hard ball to read, but he's got it. Just manages to get it out of the way of any Reason Gaming players. Waffle then goes in for the shot off the angle of the pass over towards Freeze. Absolutely fantastically done. You see here, he goes down, misses the first hit, Waffle intercepts, goes around, passes in, just wide, Waffle there. Freeze there rather, brilliant cleanup, fantastic goal.
Yeah, great play there. Essentially making the goal a lot wider by holding himself on the other side and allowing him to tap that one straight into the net. So Envyus coming into this series as the favorites. Now they need to convert that into a win. There's going to be opportunities. Waffle will take advantage of the poor play off that backboard.
Yeah, Rix Ronde's missed that off the backboard, tries to go for it again, misses it once again, kind of messes up Frag as he goes to that, and I mean, Epic Solutions in the middle, sort of left up the creek without a paddle.
And Stumpy, in one of these sort of games where you do find yourself so far behind with less than a minute already gone, what do they need to do? Who needs to be making the calls?
You're going to need to have a man here to be giving them confidence, say, you know what, okay, we're 2-0 down. It's not even, sorry, I'll correct myself. 3-0 down. They're 3-0 down with just over a minute gone. They're Envyus, definitely the dominant team here. That touch by Rix Ronde was poor. If there's one rule that I've been shouted at more times than anything for by Cole, it is do not center it for a clear.
I can't believe Cole's the one that's judging you for that.
I know, I'm upset with that. Being told off by Cole of all people.
So Envyus put themselves in the lead, and that has been 2 of those goals conceded by a poor touch from Rix Ronde. He's put himself too far forward there as well. Needed to hold himself back. And that is 4-0. And this is turning into a very, very dangerous situation for Reason Gaming.
It's becoming quite savage at this point. I mean, we're saying that they need to think, okay, Envyus are an incredibly good team. We can't be underestimating them. And I don't think they've even had a second to think about underestimating them here. They've just been so dominant. And they've nearly squeezed in one more. Malcolm's in, trying to get the clean up. Freeze from the halfway line. Hits it back down towards an Epic Solutions, towards the corner. He's listening, he's hearing us. He knows what to do to get these away.
This is starting to turn into one of those sorts of games. Oh, that was going in. A great save off the post. Where this can bleed into every other game in the series. You can usually knock off a 3-0 as just a bad game. But once you start getting closer and closer to those double digits, it'll be very, very difficult. Once again, Rix Ronde struggling. They've been leaving him back as the final player quite a few times. And he has struggled with it. Finally getting contact off that backboard. There's going to be a shot, and that is going to be huge for Epic Solutions.
I mean, if that was a ranked game, I would be spamming calculated, calculated, calculated. There's a pinch off the top of Freeze there to the double hit. Waffle, although he's a wall of Waffle, but there was very much a gap there. Just slipped through. I wouldn't have been expecting that. I mean, it's harsh to judge him for it. But yeah, that's just about slipped through. Top corner, making that 1-4 with 3 minutes left. Ronde here going for a dribble towards the other net. Nearly gets the air dribble off from the ground start. Back down to Epic Solutions. Freeze off the backboard. They've been loving that area at the moment. Frag with a very nice little save. Waffle back in the centre, but Freeze is headed back. Does not fancy it. Thinks, no, want to head back, get some more boost here. Allow for the rotation to start again.
So Envyus have let off the pressure. But they still have themselves a 3-goal lead. As Mal going to take this off the ceiling, puts that one straight down. There will be no follow-up as Rix Ronde has it up high. 4-0 is probably the scoreline that you look at and just go, okay, now this game is definitely over. But considering how early it was, Reason Gaming are one very good spell away from being able to tie this back up. Because high-scoring games are a lot harder to predict than anything else. But for the time being, Envyus have just calmed themselves down as they continue to try and control this game. Frag puts that one up high. There's going to be no response off that backboard. Here's an opportunity. Rix Ronde also off the backboard. Here comes Epic Solutions. He's put that one straight off for Frag. And Mal gets himself there in time. If they managed to turn that in, that would have left them 1 minute and 40 just to get 2 more. At which point the dream would have been that much more viable.
Very plausible to get 2 goals in 1.5 minutes. I mean, it's been done countless times in this game. The pass over towards Freeze does not quite make it. I think what we're seeing here, Envyus has settled themselves down a bit. They don't want to be that team who went 4-0 up in the first 1 minute and 10 seconds and then it's come back and bit them from just giving the team a little bit too much time. Rix Ronde here is, I think he was nervous at the start, but hopefully he's going to try and sort those nerves out by the time it gets to the last game. That was a good opportunity there, but a good clear by the Reason Gaming side.
And that is actually really crucial because Rix Ronde was the player that hit off the backboard, so he has seemingly fixed the problem that did result in them conceding 2 goals. So they'll be looking at game number 2 as a much better opportunity. There is Waffle picking himself up, yet another save. But with 40 seconds remaining, both of these teams will start to look to game number 2.
Yeah, Waffle here, you can see he's just being an absolute paragon of defense. He's coming in when his team are up ahead. He's doing exactly how I thought he would. He's been seeing them up there, thinking, right, okay, yeah, they can get very, very good shots if I just send it in the perfect place. If I can get that where they want it, then they're going to have a harder time missing it. It's harder to score at that point if he gets a very nice pass up there. But there is more energy here, actually, on the Reason Gaming side. They're really trying to put on the pressure now, trying to outspeed. There's only 10 seconds left. It's not going to happen, I don't believe. And then a pass in the middle from, who's that? That was from Waffle to Freeze again. More of an open net, but they've got it.
Once again, cutting it across the side of the field. There is Frizz. Just confirming that that one was going to go in.
Yeah.
That is going to be a 1-5, a very heavy scoreline in professional Rocket League, considering a lot of the main games we've had have been much closer to either a 1-goal win or a 2-goal win. 4 goals can be considered very brutal indeed. Envyus will take the opening win in this series, and Reason Gaming are the team with everything to answer for.
Absolutely. I mean, I hope that someone here is going to be having a word to the rest of the team. One guy just sort of thinking, right, you know what, let's calm ourselves down, let's have a drink, let's have a little sip, and then let's get back into this. Let's forget the first game, because that was a little bit of a stomp. I mean, we can see coming up that all the goals, the first few goals that Envyus have scored there, were pretty phenomenal. Like, there was lots of passing, lots of very nice angles. I mean, we've seen that. Waffle and Freeze, those passes across goal face are absolutely dangerous for the Reason Gaming side to try and defend.
Certainly was, but a recurring problem with Reason Gaming, as we see throughout all of these goals, absolutely no challenge whatsoever. They are trying to predict where Envyus are trying to shoot. Unfortunately, they're doing that when the ball is right in front of their net. It's just not working. They need to be more positive with those block attempts, and they can't afford to keep giving Envyus this much space to take shots.
Yeah, they are a very strong side. I mean, I've said that to death now. They're just very strong. No one's going to want to go up against them at any point. Obviously, everyone has to in the end. But having them, when you're at the bottom of the table, it's not going to be a great feeling, seeing as your first game against them is a 5-1. As we get into this next game, 5 minutes again to prove themselves. I wonder if they can get the energy back, if a man's taking control, and if they are going to get a win here.
And Team Envyus now move to 4-0. With me, obviously, removing those by default losses in week number 1.
Yeah.
So they'll start to feel more and more confident as the season is starting to progress. But Stumpy, you've been watching this Envyus squad. Who for you right now is the catalyst for their success?
I think Waffle for me right now. He's doing the defense. He's doing incredibly well there. He's making sure he's in the right position at the right time. Very, very responsible player. And he is getting passes down the field and also straight across the goal face. We saw 2 goals by Freeze, both fed by Waffle. So I think for me right now, he is absolutely proving himself. Freeze there, knocking him out of the air, getting a bit jealous of him being in the spotlight, and just sort of messes him up as the pass play comes down by Frag and Rix Ronde, and he gets the goal. Very well done there. That was a great little passing play in midfield. See Rix Ronde take his time, hit it over Mal. Frag back to him, over Freeze, off the back wall. Rix Ronde just needs to secure it. Waffle just taps it in. It was going in anyway.
Absolutely was, but that is huge for Reason Gaming. The first time we've really seen them try and go for those team passing plays, and it works out ever so well. They take the lead, and they'll try and do to Team Envyus what Envyus did to them last time, and capitalize on this lead. That's going to be early put up by Rick's-Ronda. He's loving these floaters. Waffle has missed it, and there's immediately left the crossbar. Followed up off the crossbar yet again. 2 for 2. And Reason Gaming should really be up by a brace right now. Now they're going to be an opportunity to counterattack, but Mount gets beat to the ball by Epic Solutions. Envyus pressing forward. Can they get it? But no, they cannot. Another clear. Reason Gaming will look at that as a missed opportunity. Luckily for them, they are still in the lead, but double crossbar.
They were doing their best Prophecy impression there, going for the crossbar, and that is... I mean, Waffle, again, has just completely missed crossbar there, so I don't know what he's playing at. He's playing a different game to the Reason Gaming squad. Fantastic pass there by Freeze, and look at that angle. Beating the defender out of the way, absolutely getting it above him.
I didn't quite see that completely properly, but I do think there was an opportunity there that for him and Frag actually both hit the ball, and that just killed it entirely. Yeah. Ended up just dropping straight into the net. Either way, very good, positive play.
Angle.
That's exactly what we want to see. Both these teams now being much more happy to commit forward. That's going to be looping towards the net, but Friss can deal with it. And that was been Reason Gaming's problem in the opening 2 weeks, is that they were too defensive. They were allowing too much to happen. It was their problem once again in game number 1, where they just allowed shots to come straight towards them. Now they are taking their chances, and they are going to start pressuring this game.
The passing plays are coming out now for the Reason Gaming squad. They're thinking they need the extra speed that passing can give them. They've done incredibly well here. I mean, I say that. That was scrappy old defense. You've seen Mount come in, just capitalize off. Epic Solution does a backflip. Frag has missed it. I think he was going for the freeze hit, and Mount was just completely capitalized on that as he's seen the player come back for the rotation.
It honestly looks like the call is coming in too late as to who's supposed to be going for that ball. Frag reacted very, very late to that, and I think that was because he thought maybe Epic Solution was going to go up the wall and try and take it for himself. And that just allows Envyus to take yet another shot as Reason Gaming continues to be very slow in defense. Once they get into the midfield, they look a lot more comfortable, but with this ever-changing roster struggling to settle in, that is a lovely block there by Epic Solutions. Rick's-Ronda tried to go for the negative angle shot, but couldn't quite turn it. That is going to be a big shot straight to the top right-hand corner. And sometimes you can get passing plays, sometimes you can get dribbling plays, but there's nothing wrong with a big old belter into the net.
Absolute boomer into the top corner. Freeze had no chance of saving that one, I don't think. He just sits underneath it. Wow, that was an incredible shot. The best shot that they've had all day. Fantastically well done. 2 minutes left now, 2-2. This is still anyone's game. This is not looking like an absolute stomp like the first game was. They're getting those passes. They're also more confident with themselves. Another shot coming on by Frag. Just misses through the keeper's save.
And don't be surprised if we look backstage later on Stumpy and Endpoint are asking them how to take shots like that, but Frizz will put that one up, and Envyus every single time Reason Gaming have a surge are responding ever so calmly, using that backboard yet again.
There's no one on that backboard. Epic Solutions is on the goal line. He could have saved that, I think, if he had just turned it into the ball, but he's just backflipped on the goal line. Maybe took it by surprise by the lack of power that was on it, but ultimately those bubble shots do sometimes just go in, take you by surprise. Rick's-Ronda here going up for the shot off the backboard, has another chance. Oh, Friss has put that in off his own head. So Rick's-Ronda off the backboard, beating Mount to the ball. Mount up in the air, just back towards him, tries for the corner. Friesen hits it over Mount's head, straight in, very well done.
And for Reason Gaming, it is literally a tale of two halves. In offense, they look beyond anything we could expect from them. They are hitting the ball so cleanly. And then in defense, they just look completely different. They look disheveled and struggling and just slow in every single way. So they're doing one thing very well and struggling a lot with another.
Oh, that's a nice little doink back to his own half.
Yeah, not really what he wanted.
I think he wanted that. Epic Solutions over towards the goal, just gets the save by Mount. Well done there for squeezing back. Mount there goes for another shot, the big clear by Frag. Freeze hits this, that's going to ruin Frag's chance of going up. Rick's-Ronda is in there, nearly gets the dunk off that save. Mount flicking it over the defender's head. Waffle over towards the net, Frag back just in time. Mount getting the demo on the defender. meaning they're now just down to 2, and that shot just goes over the crossbar by Waffle.
Every single player's tried to go for that, though.
Yeah.
It's yet again Reason Gaming. I don't want to be beating a dead horse, but someone has to be settled down and just going, okay, I'm the one going. As once again, they try and power a shot towards the net. I also wouldn't be surprised if Reason Gaming could score one from their own half at this point.
They've got some absolute boomers coming in, and those reads are Rick's runner. He is a different player compared to the first game. He is reading them so well. He's still a little bit sloppy on the backboard, but some of his touches have been absolutely phenomenal, sending the orange team completely out of kilter, ruining their rotations, getting those double touches.
Oh, that's huge! Great! Oh, an unbelievable read. Rick's Ronde sees the potential play. He's only got 19 boosts when he goes to this, but he sees the pass, and it was too low. I don't believe their passing play could even see him, maybe covered by the ball, but Rick's Ronde has come through, picks up the goal, and that could do it.
What a fantastic read there by him. 9 seconds left now for the team Envyus to try and get just back into this. Gonna try and make it. This will be 1-0 if this ball touches the ground at 0 seconds. Keeping it in the air, Mout's got that. Back down on Mout, Mout has missed that. Freeze went for it. Winner is Reason Gaming. Very well done there. Completely different game compared to the first one.
So we've now seen exactly what Reason Gaming can do in the offense. And I must say, Stumpy, I am very impressed.
I'm very happy with them. They've done well. They've done well with this.
And you can see the emotional change immediately, what a win can do. Rick's Ronde looking very, very happy with himself after that. And why shouldn't he be?
Should.
He was all over this game. Definitely the MVP of it. Even setting up for that. Unfortunately, they were not able to get a goal. But from Reason Gaming, it looks like this is the change that they needed all season.
Absolutely. I mean, they got the first goal within the first minute. That's got to, as you said in the last game, Shogun, that has got to give them confidence. Having that first game goal, thinking, you know what, no, we can do this. We are back in this. Don't think Envyus can smash that out on this round robin that easily. We're going to go for it. And absolutely, they have done so well here. Rick's Ronde, completely different player.
And with them playing the exact same way as they currently are, every single time a team is in offense, you really get the feeling that they can score no matter which team it is. And here we are, both teams now tied up. Remember, this next game, no matter which team wins it, they will confirm themselves at least 1 point. So if Reason Gaming can pick up at least 1 win throughout the next 2, that'll get them their first point of the season, whilst Envyus need to go on to win this entire thing because they are still trying to challenge those top 4 spots. But Reason Gaming have still got time to bring themselves back in.
Absolutely, Shogun. That pinch, unfortunately, goes towards the net. Mao does get the dunk on that.
And it's the same thing, yet again, no one calls for it. Frag tries to get it away, but here it is. Epic Solutions is trying to turn. Just too quick of a rotation. When you go for one of those handbrake turns where you have to turn your car all the way around, it completely kills your momentum. You are not going to be able to get to the ball as quickly, and that is exactly what costs Reason Gaming the opening goal. As these teams, every single game now has scored a goal in the opening minute.
I mean, if Reason Gaming get back into this nice and quickly, I think their confidence will shoot back up. It's currently over in the Envyus half. Another dunk there by Epic Solutions with a great pass in the center. Just missed out by the striker. Frag off the back wall, taking Rick's Ronde's place, thinking, you know what, mate, you weren't doing great earlier. Let's see if I can have a good...
As Rick's Ronde then struggles.
Yeah,
that is actually going to cause another goal to go in. Reason Gaming, it is very rare, Stumpy, we can point to one particular thing and go, this is the problem. This is the one thing that is tearing them apart. But this backboard for Reason Gaming is absolutely tearing them apart.
There's no one up there. I mean, if Frag challenged it, he just sort of hit it back down into the middle. You need to be cornering those shots. If you put them in the middle, these players, they will get negative angles like nobody's business. They will, again, right, back on the double commit point and no one calling it. You've seen there, Frag was trying to deal with it a little bit hastily on the wall. Another player has just snuck in and taken the ball from him, sort of messing him up. A pass down there from Freeze into Waffle with a brilliant save by Rick's Ronde as they try and do the counter attack.
Sure, it's just a little bit too slow and Mout can't deal with it, but Rick's Ronde actually had Epic Solutions available to pass through, tried to go all the way by himself instead. As now it's in their danger zone. Off that backboard, 2 players committed though will alleviate the pressure from Reason Gaming, and Frizz having to act as that anchor, needs to slow down the gameplay, which he has done very well, actually. And that allows his entire team to just rotate themselves back. Now Mout tried to get a little flick. Reason Gaming have to be looking at Envyus' playstyle right now, which is very obviously a 2-on rotation, just leaving that third player. But that third player is more looking for the goal-scoring opportunity rather than defensive opportunities.
Oh, a pass in there by Freeze, trying to find Mout to get the shot off, but Mout has just about hit the post. Almost the amazing dunk. Waffle is there to clean up the shot from Freeze. Absolutely fantastically done. You see Freeze there, try and get that in the center, tries to go for the aerial fake. Frag does read him. Waffle reads that crossbar hit fantastically as it hits the ground. Goes up for the bounce shot, rotates his car. Fantastically put in the top corner by Waffle, no defenders left.
And I absolutely love that from Frizz as well. As soon as he got his car into the air, he angled it in such a way that no matter what touch came through, it was going to rebound off his car. He also kept himself close enough to the ball as well to pretty much confirm it. And it is just confidence right now from Envyus that's carrying them through in offense, and it's the same thing as game number 1.
Oh, what a save there by...
Gaming struggle with their offense, or struggle with the defense to start off early. Then they do struggle for the game, but that is 1 goal of half the game left to play.
Is that a dunk that's come in here?
Are you looking for the doink?
Is that a doink?
No.
Oh, it's not a doink. I was so hopeful. I was so hopeful that would have been the tournament's first doink. Oh, I'm heartbroken, but another very good goal there by Reason. Hopefully that'll give them the confidence they need to come back in this with half of the game left at 3-1 down.
Oh, Frag misses that one. There's going to be a cheeky bump, but Rick Ronde is out boost. There's very little he can do. He needs to bring his team forward. Tries to steal over there, but that is actually going to slow down his team's rotation quite a bit. As he slowly starts to go forward, big miss there from Mout. As Waffle has to come through and save him. Once again, Mout missing off that sidewall, so probably needs to get himself a mental reset right now. Just go all the way back and chill it out just a little bit. But 2 minutes remaining, and only 2 goals separating these teams. It is still wide open. Rick Ronde puts that one straight out. Waffle off that backboard. It will be followed up, and once again, Reason Gaming couldn't get a contact. But Envyus have failed to capitalize. They will continue to put this pressure on. There is going to be Frag back, and he has managed to get contact with the ball. Has managed to reach all the way down to the floor.
I mean, we were saying about the backboard plays. They have left that, the Reason Gaming team have left that so late to try and get the clearance off them. And there we are again. That is Team Envyus' best friend off that backboard. Mount pulls out, probably had the call there from Waffle. Freeze did, I think, go for the wonder goal as well to try and get it around the non-existent defender. But he's done so well there. 4-1, 1 minute 37 left. What do you think the Reason Gaming team need to do that they've not been doing? This looking very reminiscent of game 1.
It's just a case right now of they are allowing pressure to come towards them. Whenever that ball goes off that backboard, the defending team is naturally in a much worse opposition. As Frizz managed to get himself just in position to get a save right there. But whenever it comes off the backboard, as a defender, you're in a big disadvantage. So right now, I don't want to see that ball going for the backboard at all. They are not challenging this ball in the midfield. That is allowing Team Envyus to do what they want. And because Envyus have seen this weakness, what they want is to hit it off the backboard.
They need, the Reason Gaming team, they need to be having more back post rotations going on. They're going to need to be sitting there, have one person near the net, and there we are. Again, Mout has snuck one by. There's no one at the back post to try and change that. Frag sort of goes out of the net for whatever reason. Rick Ronde misses it. Epic Solutions does hit it. I thought Mout had another touch on it, but apparently not. Just could not get that wide enough to actually clear it into the corner, making it Shogun. It's the same score as the first game. They've lost it again. And the Reason magic of trying to get back into this might be fading, but it's still 1-0. I mean, I'm hoping for a wonder game. Let's see what they can do. Come on, Reason. They can do this. Absolutely.
This is why we brought you on for casting, Stumpy.
Go against the grain.
An unrivaled optimism for the impossible.
No, don't call it impossible just yet. We've seen more happen than 4 goals in 25 seconds, probably. Oh,
well,
good.
It's going to be Frisch try and go the entire way. 17 seconds remaining. As Frag puts that one up high. Waffle actually with a backflip, but he's going to leave it for Mout.
I think that was a call by Mout there to try and get...
It did look very intentional.
Yeah, because that's going to be a hard position to backflip from. 3 seconds left. My optimism is it's going down.
Is it?
It's going down. I mean, I still reckon they can do it. 4 goal. This will count as 4 if it goes in. Oh no, it didn't. Sorry. No, never mind. I thought it might.
You tried.
I tried. I had a good go. I had a good go at calling that. 5-2. A better result, Shogun, than the first game, I think you'll find. I think you'll find that it's a better result. It's not a great result, but it's a better result.
It's a loss, Stumpy.
It's a better result than 5-1. Tell me I'm wrong with that.
This is the reason why we don't get anywhere in ranked. You look at the game and you just go, oh, we lost, but we didn't lose by double digits, so.
I mean, if you score a goal, technically you've won. You need to score more goals than the opponent. That's what I've learned in my years of Rocket League.
What?
More goals equals a win, Shogun. We just need more goals from the Reason team. As we see the replays here, that dunk by Mount, that did start things off with only 13 seconds gone. Freeze for the backboard here. I mean, we've said that Reason kind of do need to get more speed in there, more aggression, and actually sort of sit on the backboard every now and then. I feel like they're a bit scared of it. They're flies, and the backboard's sticky paper. They can't be afraid of it. They need to go for that.
Certainly do indeed. It is that backboard that has been the terror of Reason Gaming. As a case of either you put players on that backboard ready to get rid of clears, or you just don't allow that ball to go off there at all. And right now, Reason Gaming are struggling to put pressure on around the map. And this does have other negative connotations as well whenever you allow this sort of play to happen, in terms of you lose complete control of those middle 2 boosts as well. So you are now effectively playing 3 players on 200 boosts shared collectively from your 2 back there, whilst on the other hand, the offensive team is working with 400.
As well as all the tiny pads in the middle. I mean, if you're on your way back from an offensive play and you're trying to get back for the defense and there's been a big clear, if those 2 middle boosts are missing, that means that you're going to come back and just have to try and get all these little piddly 12 boosts in the middle. If you're big staffed in defense, it's a very, very scary place. Everyone who's played Rocket League has been there. They've been scared of the defense with no boost. As we go into the 4th game here, Reason just need to get more backboard plays going on and see if they can defend it from the Envyus team. As it comes off the backboard here once again, Freeze is there to meet it off the double commit and the double miss by Reason Gaming. Eric Solutions sneaking it around Waffle, going up on the wall. Mal tries to get the hit there, misses. Freeze goes for it, but Frag gets the hit in the end. As Rick's Ronde, you need to stop missing them, my friend. Can we stop that? As the offense comes out for them.
That was Stumpy's angry voice, by the way.
It was.
It doesn't sound too aggressive, but he is definitely a scary man. So this opening minute is 15 seconds away from being the first game without an opening goal. As there's going to be Frizz attempting to make sure that that does not ring true. Going to put this one straight down, but Frag leaves the ball, does not allow the block to happen.
He's missed the boost there as well. He's not been able to get much of a play on that with that strong defense in the back.
Oh, Epic Solutions! No, touch the ball that way!
Why have you done that? Right, that's your goal.
Don't do it!
Your goal, mate. Can we not do that? He's got the hit down. That's a weird hit. I don't know why he sort of went for that. Frag then has thought, you know what, if they don't have enough of a chance, I'll just sort of stall it in the middle, see if they can do anything with this. And Envyus have got a goal. That is, however, Shogun, me being optimistic, once again, as long as we've gone without a goal, Reason are doing great. You know what, lads, keep it up.
Well, we've managed to get, for the first game in this series, no goals in the opening minute.
That
happened a minute and 2 seconds into the game.
That's a horrible sentence when you say it, when it's been rare that there's not been a goal in the opening minute for a team.
Well, there's Frag missing that ball. And now Envyus have got the opportunity to start to press forward. That is going to slowly roll forward. Now I want everyone to start looking towards these boosts. Actually, that was a very smart play there by Rick's Ronde. Realizes he hasn't got the boost to try and power that ball away. So instead pinches it against the sidewall. That gives him plenty of power and allows Reason Gaming to at least temporarily escape and put this back into a neutral game.
Now again there, you saw Rick's Ronde take the touchdown, and then Epic Solutions, I believe, was sitting behind him, waiting to see if he could get a massive clear on that, see if they could actually get some pressure going on. But he sort of let it go slowly, just dribbled it towards the halfway line. It's been taken by the orange team. Pass there from Waffle does not find Freeze, unfortunately. And Mount here continuing with the pressure, with the boost control. It's a scary solution. Frag there with full boost. He'll be fine for a second as he challenges this one.
Oh, that needs to be bigger.
That does need to be bigger. He's just lofted it just up ahead in his own half.
He had 100 boost as well, needed to catch that right under on the half volley to alleviate pressure for his team, and instead Envyus are still putting forward. Big pressure there from Frag after the demo moved himself and did not allow the shot to happen. As Waffle looks to get for another block. Now Reason Gaming have got their opportunity to put pressure up, but instead they've rotated all the way back, or have they? Almost goes all the way in. And Reason Gaming looking shaky as that goes all the way in. Almost a lovely floor pinch.
God, that would have been spicy. It's been saved very well there. I think it hit it basically into the defender. But a fantastic attempt. The double commit there from Frag and Epic Solutions. Epic Solutions has got that off the backboard. So we're saying, have one person commit, you know, try and get that big clear. So they thought, no, you know what, let's get two of us. Surely that's going to be twice as good, right? Unfortunately, lads, no, it's not. That just means that Waffles has sort of got an open net there to take advantage of. Now it's 2-0 with 2 minutes left, and they are 2-1 up.
The big problem for Reason Gaming right now has gone from them making the backboard mistake to them recognizing that they've made the backboard mistake, trying to fix the backboard mistake, and then because everyone's trying to fix the backboard mistake, they're making more backboard mistakes.
It's the domino effect that you said about from the other game. It's just, oh, that's nearly a brilliant touch there by Frag. It's just, as soon as there's one mistake, you think, okay, let's correct that, and you'll let everything go, everything else go sloppy.
So 2-0 still. 90 seconds remaining. Reason Gaming, if they can pick up the win here.
Here we go.
And make a 2-goal comeback, then they will pick up their first points of the season. But Envyus on the chase. Want to try and pick their season back up after being forced into a default loss after not being able to field a team in week number 1. Final minute remaining. Envyus slowing it down. Frizz is out of boost. There is nothing he can do here apart from get a block. Frag actually gets bumped around. He's not going to be able to get there in time. 2 players are forward. Rich Ronde has to try and rotate himself all the way back. Here comes Waffle, just stealing that boost over to the side. Almost managed to get a block there from Mao into the net.
Yeah, just there, they managed to get as a saviour medal. Come on, by the team. That was almost a doink from Mao. I will be so excited if either of these teams score a doink. That'll be a thing of beauty. Frizz here, going for the dribble round. Seeing if he can get something magical happening. Got it into the centre of the backboard again. Waffle there playing a bit safe. They are only 2-0 up. 30 seconds for 2 goals. For Reason, it's possible, but my optimism is not. It's not high. It's not high.
You've managed to drain Stumpy.
I know.
That is a rare feat.
How dare they? How dare they do such a thing? Can't believe them.
Well, we're going to come into the final 10 seconds of this. Envyus have given chase to the rest of the pack. They will take 3 points, whilst Reason Gaming end up still looking for their first time on the scoreboard.
Still at 0 points, as we know. As soon as the ball touches the ground, the game is over. It's 3 points going straight to Envyus. They really do want
I think the record is 30 seconds for a goal.
Really?
So Frizz is going to put that one straight up. Here's going to be an opportunity. It's still going.
Yeah.
Now, does he have the boost for it? He has. He's put up. Frag's got over to Rick Ronde. Rick Ronde misses. Epic Solution up to the side. Frizz gets that one up high. He can still follow it. Mao puts that one straight over the top. Come on, all the way. Passes it. Frizz, no!
Hits the floor. Absolutely criminal. Envyus take that. They don't get that final goal. If anybody got that goal, the crowd here would have gone absolutely insane. Oh my gosh, that was quite. I'm out of breath.
Here we were.
That was good.
Trying to round up the game, get ourselves very happy, round it, you know, just explain to everyone what this match means to everybody going on, and then they just refuse to let the ball hit the floor. Let's take a look at some replays.
Rule 1 coming into play there, keeping it up. The first goal after a minute. Remember, 1 minute and 2 seconds was the first goal. So they still had a chance there. That very good save there by Epic Solutions, going straight in the top corner. Double commit, leading to that goal. So I think next week, Shogun, what do they need to do in order to ensure that they will get their first point on the board? What do you think?
It really does seem right now like Reason does need to basically just reevaluate everything. That game was a case of you see what the problem is when you lose the first game by so much as you try to change pretty much everything, and it does not work. But that is going to be a big, big win for Envyus. Let's break this one down. Tom, what do you and your boys think of that?
I'm going to ask them, Shogun. That's what I'm going to do straight away. Thank you very much to Stumpy and Shogun for that. But hey, what do Reason do for reevaluating? Before we get to that, great match though, and great performance from Envyus. A lot of goals in there. And just to explain to anyone who's new to Rocket League, the fans were going nuts in the arena because as long as the ball is still in the air, play continues. Just to elaborate on that, and as soon as it dropped, there was disappointment in here.
They were expecting a goal. After 30 seconds of being in the air, the least they could have done was score an own goal.
An incredible goal. Yeah.
Yeah.
So great performance from Envyus. I mean, how do you pick that apart and say how good they were?
They got better and better every single game. The first one, there was 4 goals in not a very long amount of time. I'm not quite sure how long, but they were 4 quick goals, and that somewhat killed the game. The second game, though, which is the one that Reason won, that's when Envyus have to sort of either continue to get better, or this game can quickly get taken away from them. But after game 3 and 4, they just blew Reason away, really. They were fantastic.
Name one important player for Envyus.
All 3 of them.
But if you were to push for one player?
So at the start, it was definitely Waffle.
Food-based, there we go, I'll take that, because you know what, we're going to be joined by Waffle. I was leading you, Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Waffle to the panel. Come and join us, buddy, come and join us. I was pushing Gregan to mention you. Great performance. Did you enjoy yourself up there?
I did. We've actually not played that much together as a team, so it was kind of nice, like, playing against Reason. And yeah, we expected to win. Like, we expected a free win, actually.
Yeah, we beforehand we were saying we expect you to be dominant, similar kind of standard to Endpoint. I think it was Frizz, you mentioned it before, that you were expecting a similar result.
Yeah.
How did that second game make you feel when Reason stepped it up?
I mean, it was kind of like a weird game. There was just a lot of mistakes and just miscommunication. That was mainly why we lost. Communication, yeah.
And do you feel the pressure? I was just to interject, Cole, for being the youngest Elite Series competitor. Do you feel the tension, or are you just enjoying? You just playing your natural game up there?
Like, I'm a bit nervous, of course. I'm not gonna lie, but I think I'm just taking it as it comes, like just playing my game.
Perfect. And what were you going to say?
I was going to say that last week, when you played, you were making a lot of last-minute saves, a lot of epic on-the-line blocks away. That game seemed to give you a bit more freedom to attack and put some passes together. That must have been really nice to be able to just play a little bit with a bit more freedom there.
Yeah, it was kind of nice. Like, they opened up really much, and like we could use the backboard as we wanted because there's like no defense on their backboard. But I still tend to defend more because I think it's more enjoyable for me to defend. That's
interesting. A lot of players don't enjoy being back in defense. But in terms of you as Envyus, you've got potentially 2 of your easier games with Reason and Endpoint, who have not had as strong a performance as, say, like Infused, Method, Prophecy, Epsilon. Are there any of those teams that really come to mind as teams that you think you could win against?
Like, I'm looking really forward to playing against Infused because I want to see how good they've become since I beat them in the LCS qualifiers.
Shout out just now.
Yeah, shout out.
Tell us a little bit more about that. So you've got a little bit of history against Infused.
So on my older team, Coming Flames, I was playing the LCS qualifiers and we ran into Urban Myths, as they were called back then, and we did a clean sweep. Not a clean sweep, but we swept them.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3-0 in a best-of-5, yeah.
So you want to see how that matchup is now with iignite in the team.
Yeah.
Who's looking pretty scary these days. And Frizz and Maut, your 2 teammates, what's it like playing with them? Is communication, because you're all from different countries, right?
Yeah, no, Frizz and I are both from Denmark.
Both from Denmark, yes, of course.
But Maut is from France.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Do you create good hygge? That's what Danish say, right?
Yeah, hygge. Yeah. It's kind of, yeah. I mean, we're good friends. Sometimes there's a bit of a problem with communication, but we all know the English language so well, so it's not really a problem.
Yeah, and us English speak Danish so well, so
that's only fair. Isn't it?
Yeah, it's really fair.
Too,
I've got to ask you while you're here, Waffle. Let's talk about the Elite Series tournament itself. You didn't play in the first week, unfortunately, had to forfeit that. But back-to-back wins. I mean, talk to me. Can you go on and win this? Are you feeling that confident?
I mean, I definitely think we're gonna make the top 4, no doubt. But I think we're gonna have a bit of trouble maybe with Method and Infused. And also Prophecy, as we really would have liked to play against in the first week. Just sadly, we couldn't play. But yeah, I think Infused and Method are going to be the 2 big teams to beat. Yeah.
Okay, well, you heard it first. I'm going to thank Cole, I'm going to thank Gregan, and I'm going to thank Waffle and the rest of the other boys from Team Envyus. Great match there. The crowd have been brilliant. I'll tell you what we're going to do right now. We're going to have a short break. When we come back, we've got our last match of the day. We have got Epsilon versus XL. You do not want to miss it. See you very shortly.